Let me tell you, this isn't just any tea. This is a whole new level of drama. Following a flurry of chaos, dishonesty, and an unexpected turn of events, Mama Jones finally came clean about Chrissy Lampkin. Health catastrophe, Chrissy Lampkin is fighting leukemia, and Jim Jones is in ruins. But wait, you are well known. Mama Jones has been secretly in love with Chrissy for years, revealing information that has shocked the whole industry. What she discovered shocked everyone. Is Chrissy actually battling for her life? Or is this just a ridiculous paranormal reality TV stunt? Social media is going into full meltdown mode over claims that Chrissy has been hiding this for months. But why is Jen really not prepared for what we're going to reveal in this detailed article? This isn't a drill, people. Here's the true explanation for this strange catastrophe. So grab some popcorn, hit the like button, and let's get started. Guess who brought the A's? You are all aware, when Mama Jones talks, it's either going to be messy or T. Jun Jones and Chrissy Lampkin have just received some of the most unexpected news in their whole relationship. The connection between Chrissy and Jim has been more complicated than you may imagine. So let's take a moment to think about it. This time, it's all three. Challenging from the start, as we have all witnessed in the 10 years of engagement, love, and hip-hop, including Anna's wedding, Mama Jones's drama over Chrissy's disapproval, and of course, everyone shudders at the legendary "You will never be my daughter-in-law" moment. But things have since altered because Chrissy has reportedly been fighting leukemia. Hasn't disclosed it. Let's discuss how this information was ever made public before we go into all of that. Believe me, it was more ugly than a reality TV reunion brawl that nobody enjoys. To point out that you don't tell the man you say you love anything like this. Not even her friends' admirers, or worst of all, Jim Mama Jones, who has been standing by Chrissy for years and charged her with several offenses, such as gold mining, and she is concerned about her kid because you are all dishonest and even attempted to distance herself from Jim. As a result, when Mama Jones finally noticed some strange changes in Chrissy's conduct, and she decided to stop going out when you noticed that she was acting strangely, according to an informant. We won't know yet. But Chrissy hasn't been spotted at events or on red carpets in a few months. Despite her love of partying, she also began wearing wigs more frequently. Even though Chrissy dislikes a nice lace front, there are rumors that she was concealing something by drastically and unhealthily losing weight. Are you okay? Fans commented on Chrissy Girl's most current photos. Then, like any curious mother-in-law, Mama Jones combed through the gym's belongings and discovered test results, medical records, and doctor's notes. And guess what? According to the account, Chrissy had leukemia. Let's now consider why Mama Jones was the first to discover this. The cover-up was even worse than Jim keeping it a secret, which we shall discuss in more detail. But why was Chrissy keeping it a secret? It turns out that she was unaware of her illness, and the diagnosis by itself will have, instead of being honest and acting as though nothing was wrong. She allegedly began posting images on Instagram with a smile. She even reportedly informed Jim that she had a slight cold. But according to your doctors, a cold doesn't cause hair loss or require you to seek out covert treatments behind your fiancé's back, sis, because you're running out of time. If that's the case, what was she concealing? Chrissy would not want to look for 3 reasons. Most likely because she didn't want to be perceived as ill due to the behavior of reality TV stars and project an air of invincibility. In addition, Chrissy doesn't want Jim to leave her, as you well know, and their relationship has been rocky for years. Would have been expressing concerns that Jim may begin to drift away, or worse, cheat, by saying something like, Even though he recognized that his life might not be long, things have gotten worse after Chrissy rejected Jim when he tried to speak with her. Yes, she did ignore him. What should he do? Who should he call? How should he manage power and money? Refused to discuss it, wouldn't respond to his inquiries, wouldn't allow him to attend her doctor's appointments, and even fell asleep. Why would Chrissy shove him? Jim has supported her through all of life's highs and lows for years. But now, she wants to present a completely different picture. Chrissy reportedly worried that Jim would abandon her, while other people, according to stories, she was in denial and refused to face reality. But the most startling allegation was that Chrissy didn't want Jim to comprehend her sickness. Yes, you read correctly. Chrissy's leukemia might not be natural, and this is where a full-fledged controversy begins. The most bizarre conspiracy theories regarding Chrissy's condition will be the topic of our upcoming conversation. Could it be related to some sinister secrets from her past? More importantly, what will Jim do if someone tries to set her up? Part 2 is almost here. Don't miss it, because this narrative will take a crazy turn that even the most fake reality TV show could not have foreseen. It's going to get much wilder than you would have imagined. The biggest shock was learning that Chrissy Lynn had leukemia. But listeners tell us we still have a lot to learn and are only beginning. Some people have already suggested that Chrissy's health, this narrative extends beyond a hidden disease, and problems might not be as widespread as they seem. I did mention that some of the folks here are openly implying that someone could have set Jim Jones is shocked to learn that Chrissy's behavior has infuriated Mama Jones, who is already outside in his car. He has been crying as he thinks about his synopsis. An unnamed source claims that she is conducting investigative work akin to what she did on an episode of CSI Harlem. And what she discovers are 2 infants, that someone is involved. And it's thought that Chrissy wasn't just sick, but was made sick before you all knew. Let's examine the facts while you're still holding on to your pearls. First, Chrissy has been hiding everything. Second, Mama Jones was able to locate those medical records at the appropriate moment. And third, based on some reports, Chrissy's condition intensified immediately following the return of a specific person to the scene. Who would that be? Oh, one word on the street will surprise you. Is it one of Jim's old lovers? In connection with Chrissy's unexpected medical problem, let's take a quick look back at Jim Jones's straightforward career. Yes, there was a woman who had everyone talking and who couldn't. The same Tahari Go from Love and Hip Hop, who has been connected to more musicians than a winner of a BET Awards, is the one to be married. Stop talking about Jim before she married Chrissy, you guys. Sincerely, I believe that Chrissy's deteriorating health and Tahara's sporadic return following the party were related. This is the same Tahiri, who clearly had unresolved business with. Let's put Jim, even while he was with Chrissy. After making the connections, we learned that Tahiri and Jim had been spotted together at the same event a few times, and that Chrissy's health rapidly declined. Things go really wild at this point because, as you may recall, Tahiri has been accused of a bizarre disease during the previous months that no one wanted to discuss, doing dubious things behind the scenes, before Chrissy ever hears me say that it's a touch too fortunate that an old foe has returned after defending her life. We must now raise the important questions of who Jim is paying off and why Jim's money has been missing for a while. In the photo, and let's not forget about the cash. Can you guess what else was revealed? As you all know, Mama Jones hasn't tampered with her son's bank account for a significant portion of the past few months. However, upon further investigation, she discovered that it was being utilized. For any of Chrissy's insured medical procedures, did he need to be secretive? Chrissy is talking about her business, which she has been writing for Jim for years. But experts say she may have been involved in some criminal activity as well. Chrissy was unaware of the side activities that could have endangered her life and health, and that some people think her disease isn't a random occurrence, but rather a form of revenge, had become involved in something far more serious. And when she attempted to leave, someone stopped her. This is where things go wrong, because if Chrissy wasn't just ill, then who is to blame? Made sick? Is it a previous partner of Jim's? Someone she had business dealings with? Or something more intricate, like a carefully planned conspiracy? The worst part is that Jim knows what's going on. Occurring. According to your sources, Jim has been quite worried because he knows Chrissy's condition is abnormal, because he is secretly helping hospital physicians and concealing medical documents rather than going forward. Why else would he be doing this? And why would Mama Jones have to learn about it all by herself? The true question is whether Jim or Chrissy is safe, conspiring behind the scenes to get retribution, and, more crucially, who will be exposed next? Because believe me, this drama isn't finished yet. If Jim's condition is more serious than a medical one, he could be attempting to shield her from something worse. In the final piece, we'll examine the potential repercussions of this entire circumstance, including if Jim Jones will come clean, in the whether a covert probe is taking place behind the scenes, or if we are seeing the largest scandal in hip-hop and romance history. You guys need to pay attention, because situations, we're talking about secrets being revealed, and intriguing hidden agendas. So if you thought part 2 was weird, be ready, because this is where everything goes wrong. Facts and a shocking conclusion. So, let's continue where we left off. We now know that Jim Jones has been acting strangely, that hush money is involved, and that whether it was an old enemy or a botched business deal, Chrissy could have been set up. The real issue is what will happen next, because darling, this isn't just some romantic drama and trendy hop no longer, possibly even a member of Jim's own social circle, becoming more and more like a full-fledged criminal conspiracy, and the federal, after millions of dollars abruptly vanish. The FBI and other authorities have reportedly been investigating Jim's finances for months. This is where things start to make sense. According to Jim's allegations, the government has been keeping an eye on him and waited for the right opportunity to step in. Can you guess what happened to Chrissy? The most absurd aspect of, because of Chrissy's illness, she may now also be a target. Investigators are trying to determine whether Jim has been concealing anything much more dangerous than Chrissy's illness by utilizing illicit money transfers. Jim has been working to keep things under control, but now is the time when things go south. You all want to blame Jim for the medical bills, the dubious hospital transactions, and the private doctors no one wants to name. Find out more about Chrissy's actions, as there are suspicions that she knows more than she is revealing. To make matters worse, it has been claimed that Chrissy would be open to speaking with the police. Let's discuss about this now, before you all start hurling tomatoes. Chrissy could have realized she couldn't handle this on her alone, after becoming entangled in something risky. If the government had enough information about her, upon closer inspection, it appears that Cameron is aware of the risk of getting burnt. Because, let's be honest, if Chrissy betrays Jim and provides the authorities with evidence, Jim he is attempting to alert Jim to what is about to happen before it's too late. But it might be too late because it was simply a chance. She is truly out here protecting herself at his price. According to reports, a close acquaintance of Jim Jones was arrested and questioned a few days ago. This usually indicates that the federal government is keeping a close eye on the matter. Here's where it gets crazy. Some people believe that Jim might have prevented this entire scenario if he had followed his mother's advice from the beginning. Since, let's be honest, Mama Jones had been telling Jim that Chrissy would be his last, but it seems like she was correct all along. If Chrissy is really going to turn against him, Jim will have to decide whether to accept responsibility for whatever nefarious activities he has been involved in, or placing Chrissy last. Love. In circumstances like this, it's either you or them, and he won't give up easily. If the federal authorities find enough evidence to bring charges, this may be the end of Jim and Chrissy's romance forever. Finally, the upcoming episode will be even stranger, so you can make sure that this narrative isn't finished yet. Will Jim be able to make amends? Will Chrissy truly turn against him? And most importantly, when will the federal government arrive? Because of you all, you have it. The situation is straight out of a movie, with Jim Jones stuck in the center of complete mayhem, Mama Jones pouring tea, and Chrissy Lynn's health issue. The film raises the question of whether there is more to this story. Is this a medical catastrophe or a family disintegration? You claim that social media is already destroying you. Please leave a remark below if you would want to hear from me. Do you think Chrissy's condition is real? Or is this just another absurd circumstance between Mama Jones and her? And how do you believe Jim Jones is managing? You also don't want to miss anything. The stress that will keep increasing as this narrative develops, and I turn into becoming more and more fortunate. Be sure to click like and subscribe, because soon there will be adjustments that will initiate the alarm. Since you'd like to be the first Toto, be aware that I'll be present when the next startling finding is looking at the remarks